back again. We're streaming tonight. It's been a minute, I think. Probably about a week. I don't know. But we know how this story goes. We're going to start off with our ads so we can have our uninterrupted stream time. The mic is working. Paying attention. So, no silent streaming. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Thanks. Talk about an intimate stream. I wonder if it's gonna stay quiet all night. Hello, I'm so glad you're here. I was like, oh, I'm a little nervous because I was like, oh my god, I don't want to stream to nobody. I might not stream if nobody shows up. No pressure to stay. Oh my god, but I haven't streamed in like a week. Um, I feel like during this week I kept thinking about, oh my god, I'm gonna talk about that on stream. Oh, I'm finally inspired to stream. Oh, I miss streaming. Because I start to miss my friends. I think about whether or not I want to stream, and what it always comes down to is like I would miss the people I talk to on stream. Like I'd miss my friends. So I might always be streaming. I don't know. Um, the weather broke a little bit. It was sunny for a couple days. I missed you too. That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know if I'll ever not stream. Cause like what else would we do? I don't use Discord. So real. Um, the sun came out the past few days. Literally life changing. Literally life changing. I'm in shock and awe at how my whole world flipped upside down because the sun came out. It was like the magic has returned to me from feeling the sun for 2 days. I couldn't believe the difference. I also realized like because it's been cold and gray, it's been really like 30 and below. But then for these sunny days, it was like 45, which doesn't sound warm if you live somewhere warm. But if you live somewhere that gets colder than that, you know that's like a spring day practically, you know? Like it, oh, it has been so nice. It's supposed to get up to 55 this week. Oh, you're kidding me. I could not wait. February has done justice to this winter. It has been such a nice break. It's just a little taste of what we'll probably get this March if we're lucky. But I am so ready for this winter to be over. It's just been so long. October was so cold and rainy that it didn't really feel like fall. It just felt like long winter. And now that it's like fall spring, shit, I'm gonna go with it. You don't want winter to end? What up, Dom? Why would you not want winter to end? Oh, I'm horrified at people who like the cold. But I get 100 degrees in for everybody. I'm a fucking lizard, bro. I might be a reptilian because I love the heat, man. I don't know what that's about. Um, but the weather changing literally changed my mood, changed my perspective, changed the way I feel about God. I cannot explain that I have been a shut in and it has not been good. Like, I didn't even realize how much I wasn't leaving the house until I was leaving the house because it was nice out. And I was like, let's do this, let's go here, let's do that. And yeah. Okay, I do love a tin roof. I do love a tin roof. And I would prefer rain to snow, I think. I don't know, snow's pretty legit. Snow's pretty legit. It's kind of nice to look at. Makes things more fun, you know, building snowmen, having snowball fights, stuff like that. But rain's cool. I think I prefer a warm rain, obviously. Dude, I love a heat storm, which isn't a real thing apparently. It's just a thunderstorm that's really far away where you can't see the rain and lightning, or hear the thunder or see the rain, but you can still see the lightning. Um, it's not actually heat. Which I was like, oh, bummer, because like that's one of my favorite things is a heat storm. But no, it's very cool when the air feels electric and there's no rain. Truly, truly an experience. So the weather changing is definitely helping as much as I expected it to. I definitely saw this coming. I knew exactly what was wrong. Um, I am not a winter person. I'll probably be in Michigan my entire motherfucking life. Um, because I'm here, you know? But uh it's funny, I don't usually talk about that. Yeah, it gets hot here too. It gets humid. That's the thing. The lakes. So, um, I'll always complain about the cold, but I'll always probably live in the cold. So stupid. But I don't know. I think people are more important than places at the end of the day. So it is what it is. I don't mind it getting super hot though. You can always cool down. You can just dress less. I love it. I love the heat so much. I like a good sweat. I love being in the water. Oh my god, nothing beats floating down the river. You do not know joy until you have floated down a river in a tube, maybe with a beer or a joint or whatever you prefer. Maybe just a seltzer if you don't do either. Oh my god, I want to float down a river so bad. And I'm like so far away from that. So I've been trying to just embrace like the last hopefully month of winter. We might get 2 months. Like that's the thing about it. Um, the weather is rough, rough, rough. Um, I've been kind of like trying not to be too harsh on myself if I'm on my phone too much. And I've been trying not to pressure myself to do more than I can handle. And I am understanding of myself that I'm lacking right now, as in sun and warmth. And because I've been patient with myself, I feel like I've seen improvements in my habits, behaviors. One thing is be disappointed in me. Listen, y'all both, y'all. I've been caught vaping again. But this time I'm not vaping for real because I honestly don't like it that much. My cousin gave me one of his fucking primes and it's got 3 bars left on it. So basically, when it dies, I'm gonna be done again. I don't really like this shit. It's way too convenient. It's way too easy to do. It's too in your face. I can't, babe. This is like a little treat, but that's it. It ain't gonna last. It's not. It's simply not. So, I've been trying to embrace like wintertime things. So I've been watching movies. I watched Saved. Don't know if you've seen Saved, but that movie is fucking incredible. I went to Catholic school, so I liked it as a kid because I thought it was like funny because I wasn't really super into Catholicism at the time. And it definitely holds up 100%. That movie has held up. Everyone in it is totally brilliant. It is absolutely hilarious. I cannot even express everything. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm not right now. We usually just kind of catch up and chat about stuff, sometimes for an hour, and then we roll ads so that we have an uninterrupted hour of tarot. Um, I don't know what deck I'm gonna use though. You can totally pick a deck. But yeah, I'm gonna do readings in my own way, general readings, but it's like only a few people watching. It's very personal. And sometimes I do straight up personal readings. I just don't like to advertise it because I don't want people being needy on my channel. Because when I didn't advertise that, people would come on here and just start info dumping. And it would be like, what? But since my #1 mod and subscribers here, if y'all want me to do tarot sooner, we can babble about stuff later. I was just talking about movies, but Pumpkin's really good. I did want to tell y'all about that movie because it was so fucking good. It's up to y'all though. It's a quiet night, kind of. I'm happy y'all are here though, because it's so awkward when nobody is. That's why it's like, yo, if you want, we can skip to tarot. Just tell me what deck we need, and we'll do it. Still gotta paint this. Still haven't painted. I've been writing. I finished a poetry book, and then I dug through old documents and finished another poetry book today, like right before I was streaming. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna write until I stream at midnight, like I always do. And an hour went by so quickly, and I had a poetry book dug up and put together. So I was like, wow, that's great. So 2 poetry books in the works. Thank goodness, because I need something to inspire myself and to keep going in the direction that I've been going in. LOL, no feedback on the tarot. That's okay. It's gonna be a quiet night. I don't know how long this will last for me. When I don't know what deck to use, I usually match them to my outfits, but I don't really have blue or purple. Because I don't have my Cosmic Deck of Initiation. I really missed that deck. I left it at a friend's house when she was in town, but she hasn't been back. So I haven't had the deck, and I just miss it a lot, actually. Water check, because I need some. So, Cool. Gonna be one of those streams. God bless the lurkers, don't you think? Um, yeah, so I watched this movie Pumpkin with Christina Ricci, and it was so fucking funny. Hey, just if you're just not tuning in, like I said, we can do tarot whenever, but I'm just chatting till the night gets going. So I watched this movie Pumpkin, and it's literally so fucking good. It's everything that you want in a movie. It's drama, it's comedy, it's camp, it's romance, it's so good. So good. Like satirical, but also very forward and like kind of pushing the edge of the envelope, but actually doing it really well. It's like about this sorority girl who falls in love with her special needs mentee. So it sounds really weird, and it's like, whoa, they say some stuff that probably wouldn't fly today. Oh, you are so sweet. I'll wait to do tarot until you're back then. That's great. Um, so this fucking movie, it's it sounds like what the fuck, and everybody acts like what the fuck, but it makes you laugh and makes you cry. Hey, how's it going? It was one of the funniest, campiest movies I have ever seen in my life. Pumpkin. I highly recommend. And it's free on Tubi, y'all. Tubi has some good ass movies. Saved is on Tubi. Um, fucking whatever I just said. Pumpkin is on Tubi. The next movie I'm gonna watch is But I'm a Cheerleader with Natasha Lyonne. That movie looks hilarious. Pumpkin. The movie Pumpkin, oh my god, so good. Christina Ricci is such a gem. She is so good in that movie. And it's a hard one to tackle. That's a hard topic to fucking do. And they do it so well. And it's literally incredible. So good. Um just definitely of an era in the 90s. Right, right, right. She's great. She is probably one of the best child actors ever. Like I don't even know what she's really been in as an adult, but she was in some of my favorite movies as a kid. Now and Then, The Addams Family, and then seeing her in this movie where she's probably an older teen, maybe. I don't know. She looks really young, but she's always looked young. She was just such a great act. She is such a great actress. Absolutely love Christina Ricci. So if you like her, yeah, and it's free on Tubi. Tubi has Party Monster. Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Party Monster on free on Tubi and Smiley Face. Do you know, bro? Do you know how hard it is to find the movie Smiley Face? The fact that it's free on Tubi, that's like, what a gem! What a gem! What a gem! So I've been trying to embrace winter and be in the break and be enjoying the things that I'm not going to be as interested in doing this summer because I'm going to want to be outside, period. I'm just going to want to be outside. So, yeah, hell yeah. I'm trying to remember if I watched any other movies, but I think it was really just those two because it took me like 3 days to watch Saved because I kept watching it before I went to sleep, falling asleep. But I finally stayed up and watched it. It's so good. Saved is such a great movie. Mandy Moore is just too fucking funny. She's so good in that role. She's another like young actress that always did great. Um, Everybody Loves a Walk to Remember. I've only seen half of it, but I know what happens. Yeah. So there was so many other things that I wanted to talk about on stream, and now I don't remember. But majority was the weather. I couldn't believe how much better I felt. I also, since I was talking about spirituality and psychosis so much the other day on stream, I did talk to a practitioner that I respect, love, and trust about that topic, and she definitely sees both sides of knowing psychosis exists while also acknowledging that spirituality can be very similar. And she even said, having worked in mental health, she sees how many gifted people end up in places like the psych ward. And so that made me feel a lot better knowing someone can do both and has done both. Um, so I feel like I am coming back into spiritual mode. I think I just was burnt out. I think now what I'm not missing out on it because I'm still doing very accurate readings and getting some channel messages. We've done some good ones on here. Um, it's definitely not gone. It's not off. It's not lacking. It's just not like it used to be. However, the way it used to be exhausted me and burnt me out completely, which is why it feels like I was taking a break even when I wasn't. So I'm still rebuilding that, but I'm feeling a lot better about it than I was because to some extent I was very lost, very confused, and not really sure what direction I was going in. But once more, can never deny the gifts that I have because I can do them no matter what state I'm in. It's so nuts. It blows my mind all the time. I was with my, oh yeah, I went to some sporting events this week. Oh my gosh, I went to a hockey game and a basketball game. Um, exactly. I absolutely enjoy my time in the band Brotherhood of the Psych Ward. It's very fascinating, and I notice a lot of people are very religious in there, and I just don't think that's coincidence, and that's why spirituality and psychosis go so hand in hand, I think, because what we perceive as a religious experience can also just be a mental one. I've had this conversation about psychedelics too, where you're just basically putting yourself in a state of psychosis, but that's when people connect with God the most, like I don't know, people have their shamanic awakenings and whatnot. Um, Not shamanic awakening, but you know what I mean. Cause LOL. LY. Might have a cool thing going on with Shamanic tomorrow, actually, so stay tuned for that. Go follow Shamanic Awakening. If you don't already. Can't remember. How do I do a shout out? Is it a command thing? Shout out. No, it's a slash. Shout out. I'm probably doing this wrong. No, I did it right. Okay, join us in following Shamanic Awakening. That's cool. I think we're doing a thing tomorrow if the timing works because we're in two different parts of the world. So we are in two very different time zones. So hopefully it works out. But I might pop over on a stream tomorrow. So that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, things have been going a lot better. And I would say it's the weather. I think I've just been doing more and talking more and getting more attuned again, getting back into things. And it feels so much better than I did before. I just am feeling so much fucking better already. And I know that I'm going to feel even better by spring and I'm going to be cruising all summer and hopefully enjoy fall and be in the same spot I'm in next winter. But you know what? That's my call to make, I suppose. So cheers as it goes. Did you catch that rhyme? Hey, how's it going, Jim? Be disappointed in me. I'm vaping, but temporarily. I did not purchase this vape. Somebody gave it to me while it was already dying. But it does have 3 bars left. Got it down to 2. It has 2 bars left. So I will be done vaping after that. What's up? I've just been catching up on like the daily life stuff. Sometimes it's funny how much I talk about my personal life. Like I didn't shower today, and it felt like a big deal because I shower every day. But I woke up, I couldn't, dude, went to a hockey game last night, drank a Nas at like 8 o'clock p.m. Oops, I was up until, I don't know, 7 a.m. maybe, watching movies and trying to sleep. Yeah, they won. It was great. And like I slept not really in. I slept to the same time I always would, but I was so fucking tired that I just didn't do anything. Yeah, I just gave a review on both the movies I watched. You missed it, but I will recap. I watched the movie Saved and the movie Pumpkin, free on Tubi. 2 really amazing movies that I cannot believe are free on Tubi, along with Party Monster, Smiley Face, But I'm a Cheerleader, A Philadelphia Story, one of my favorite movies ever. Yes, 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 yes. All free on Tubi. Amazing. So they did take down the oblongs, which I'm incredibly upset about. Yes, they are all pretty weird movies, so highly recommend everything I just said. I haven't even watched But I'm a Cheerleader yet, but I've seen one clip and it's a gay icon for sure. That movie is going to be amazing. I can't wait to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight and tell you about it tomorrow. Um, yeah, which one? I said so many movies just now, and there's like that slight delay in the chat. So just to clarify, like what? Oh yeah, Natasha Lyonne when she's all young. It's so cute. It's so cute. I can't wait. Fuck this stupid vape. I've been doing it a lot, but not as much as I used to, you know. But I smoke cloves, so it's not like I'm doing much better. It's a winter thing because in the summertime, I'll just sit outside and do literally anything else. But in the winter, I'm not about to post up out there. You're fucking lying. I'm not posting up. I'm not gonna go just sit outside. Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm gonna come out here and smoke so I'm getting some fresh air, kinda. And then I'm gonna go the fuck back inside. So that's just it for me, you know? Um, I can't really deal with the cold. Talked about that too. Got like 2 days of sun and my life changed. I feel so much better. I was like ready to stream. I feel like I don't give a fuck. It was cold enough. It's been cold enough. 30 degrees is cold enough for me. We got some snow, some good snow. Lots of rain. The rain is so cold in 30-degree weather. Um, don't care. Don't care. Um, oh God, I can't. I'm in the Midwest, but like that's all I can handle. I can't get any colder than this. I might be a reptilian because I like the heat so much, and I will just sit outside and roast and read and paint and do anything. That's what I was talking about on stream. Is like I'll just be bitching about this for the rest of my life because I've moved before and I always end up coming back here. So I'll probably end up living here my whole life because, like I said earlier, people ultimately are more important than places and things. So, what am I gonna do? I got too many people here that I love and want to be with, you know? Um, the damnedest thing about love, it changes you. I always thought I'd move somewhere warm. Now I'm like, well, better get used to it. I can't get used to it. Lived here my whole life. Never get used to it. Um, but okay, so let's take a second. Because I was like, man, I really ran out of things to talk about. And then I briefly mentioned that I did not shower today. Um, and then it's like, damn, you get so personal, but there's always a lesson. So I skipped it today because I just was resting. I woke up at the same time I usually do, but like on less sleep because I stayed up until 7 a.m. And I usually sleep like 9 hours a day. These meds kick my ass, I think. Um, or it's just winter. I don't know. But I just was thinking about how it felt like a big deal to me because I literally shower every day, especially because my hair always looks crazy when I wake up, but it didn't look so bad today. I wore a hat all day, so it probably looks pretty bad now, but it just kind of made me take a second to think about how many people do not have access to a fucking shower, let alone water to even drink. And it's like it's not bougie to shower because if they could, they would. Um, it's just like not a big deal to go one day without, thinking about unhoused people and stuff. It's just like, yeah, it's a beautiful gift. And I don't know that we really appreciate it enough. And I think that I'm going to hold myself to appreciating it when I'm doing it more, even though I always do. Like I usually listen to like a tarot reading or somebody on YouTube doing spiritual messages while I shower and enjoy hot water and try not to take up too much time. And um, oh my God, I miss taking baths. I used to take baths all the time. I have a bathtub. It just doesn't feel like a bathtub. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. It's not like nasty or anything, but I just don't know. I'm not. Maybe I will take a bath. I don't know. Right, right. So I think that I'm gonna hold myself to just saying my gratitude out loud to the water. I am. I've been listening to Joe Dispenza. It's been recommended to me by a couple of my aunties. They really like him, swear by him. And I like what I'm hearing, but for as much of a believer as I am, I've always been a skeptic. And I'm very sick of being a skeptic. I'm really ready to leave my skeptic era because the way that it works is to have no skepticism, essentially, when it comes to anything. This is basic rules of Joe Dispenza. He's all about reprogramming the mind. And basic rules of manifestation, law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, is to not be a skeptic and to believe it. And so I'm trying my damnedest to truly dig deep and undo all the negativity that I've done unto myself, which is a lot, which is a lot. I am not much of a self mutilator, but a little self abusive, always have been. So I'm not like that anymore. However, I just want to be even better. I want to be more positive. I want to try harder than I already do in creating a mind that is peaceful and abundant and full of love, truly. Right, because at some point it's like, are you just being delusional? And I've been caught being delusional. So I'm like, damn, I have to be a skeptic, don't I? And it's like, well, for some things, sure, but not necessarily for others. To become a more positive person isn't necessarily trying to manifest something. And I think my problem is my manifestations become delusions, and those delusions become psychosis, and that psychosis becomes a problem, right? So staying grounded is super important, but that's why I'm trying to up my gratitude and speak my abundance and fulfill my love, you know, and do these uplifting things to try to put myself in a better place than I am mentally now, which isn't really a bad place. But again, I'm a negative self talker. I used to really hurt myself. And I am unlearning a very deep seated behavior by not being negative towards myself. Yeah, yeah. I do not like skepticism. I'm over it. I do not want to be a skeptic anymore. I feel like the gifts that I have are proof enough for me to believe in something, which is how I always felt. But I had to stop and doubt everything because I got caught up in the mental stuff. And now I'm seeking that balance, but I'm also seeking to restore. I got this visual the other day, which, like, I don't really get as many downloads. I don't really fucking have the foresight or the third eye insight that I used to have, it feels like. Um, but lately, again, I've been getting more in touch with it in a way that's very grounded and not just listening to anything and being open to everything, but like only opening up to myself and to what's mine and to my guides. And um, I got this visual of my body as though it were full of these little blue light particles. But I saw that it wasn't completely full. It was like from my head to my knees was full. And I wanted to imagine it as full to try to call that in. But my guides were basically saying that I needed to be patient and wait until I filled back up and completely and actually got the rest that I need because I had burnt myself out. I actually, speaking of these visuals, I was laying in the hospital bed just waiting to get some help. And I had this visual of my body being nothing but an outline of that same blue light, but it was empty. Like I had nothing left in me. And at the time, I didn't know what that meant. I definitely thought I was just like dead and was living in hell and was like, what the fuck? But, um, sorry, I got distracted in thoughts. Yeah, I like to give my brain a good stretch though. I literally got lost mid thought, got distracted by stuff. Going for the vape again, Jesus Christ. Only 2 bars left and then I'm done again. So I better enjoy it. Um, oh, right, so my body was empty and I thought I was dead. So now I'm seeing that it is filling back up with that light that I'm made of, that we're all made of. And I'm just not completely there yet. And I have to give myself more time. And I think that's why seeing that visual of it being like going from head to toe, it's funny because I just don't walk as much as I used to. Last winter, I still went for walks. I love going for walks. I walked around because it was sunny the other day, so I walked around a bunch, of course. But it's just been so gray and so cold that I'm like, I have no desire and nowhere to go. Try not to spend money. Everything is so expensive these days. It's insane, actually. Like, so frustrating because rich people are always going to be able to afford the cost no matter what. And so they will never give a fuck about whether or not the working class people can afford basic goods because rich people will always be able to afford them. So they can charge whatever they want. The demand never goes down. So that fucking sucks. And I've been trying to be more conscientious of my spending, although those sunny days, it's hard to not go out and have a good time. So I've been trying, and um, I feel like maybe that's why I haven't felt like walking as much, is because I'm not fully recovered from everything that I've put myself through and burning myself out, especially spiritually, having been channeling so much all the time, day in and day out, without breaks, without proper rest, without repair, without even really intentions. And I think that's a big difference in my practice these days, is that I'm a little more concise about things. And at one point I said I wasn't going to channel on stream anymore. Obviously I have since then. um, but I don't do it as openly and whatever anymore. I used to just channel anything, but now I'm a little more selective and kind of wait for someone to request something to be channeled. Um, I was thinking about my demon deck and how at first I was a little apprehensive to work with demons, but I kind of stand by this belief that they really are like just fallen angels, and they were angels at one point, and God must have trusted Lucifer to some degree if he appointed him to be in charge down there. Um, so I don't really see them as totally malicious, and I don't know, it might, that might not be a good thing. It's hard to determine because when I was going through what I went through, and I was thinking I was dead and I thought I was in hell, it was actually really fucking scary, you know. Um, there was things that I was seeing and thought or believed that I was about to be doing that was beyond comprehensibly terrifying. Like, just seeing every every imaginable perceivable hell you could think of, just awful, awful. So um, that's where the spiritual burnout led me, and I think that's my bad for having no restraints on what I'm channeling. And that's why I don't do it as openly or as much anymore, because it's simply not worth what it costs me, especially when I'm doing it on here essentially for free. Thank you to my loyal subscribers for, you know, covering everyone. Consider subscribing to keep the channel going. Um, if you're just kind of tuning in, we haven't done any tarot yet. If anybody wants to pick a deck, by all means, pick one, because I have nothing calling to me. Might use the Reiki deck if nobody wants anything. Do a little cleanse reading. Um, yeah, trying to go with the flow. I haven't really been motivated to do YouTube lately. It's not like I'm totally sick of it, but I don't know if I have it in me to monetize my channel. I feel like it takes a lot of work, and I just thought I was doing enough work by putting out videos once a week. But I think YouTube wants you to use it every day, be a part of that. Oh, look, 4444444. It's 44 minutes, 44 seconds, and 4 viewers. Very cute. Um, the grind never ends. And it's so much. to do alone, where I like to have feedback from another person. I like getting a second opinion. I like having eyes on it. I know that I don't know everything. I know that's not my forte. So it's really hard to even stay motivated to do it all the time. But yeah, they want editing and videos and every day and reels now. Right. So my weekly videos don't seem like enough, and it just doesn't seem like it's worth it sometimes. They were doing my videos were doing great for a second there, and then the views dropped again. So it's like, okay, as soon as I think I'm building momentum, I'm really not. I was getting new followers like practically every day, um, but it just plateaus so easily over there. Um, but I have been using the Thoth deck a lot, so I do need to switch up the decks, and maybe people might be more interested. But I'm very inspired by the readers that I watch on YouTube. Dove and Serpent Tarot comes to mind. He puts out Taurus videos every Monday and Friday, so I usually listen to those Mondays and Fridays. His readings are pretty inspiring. He uses the Thoth deck too. He's cool. And Queen Cup always. Linda likes tarot. She's a little wild. Sometimes I don't even resonate with her readings, but I love watching her anyways. She's very beautiful, but her readings are awesome. Even if sometimes it's like, whoa, she nailed me. But sometimes it's like, that's a bit extreme. I don't think that's going on in my life, you know? Um, cool. So, yeah, just a bit of life update. This is what we do when we stream together. We do a little bit of both. We talk and we tarot. So got about 10 more minutes of talk, and then we'll jump into the tarot. Does anybody have a deck request, like a topic or subject, theme, they color, anything they want to go on? Anybody want to pick a deck? Um, like I said, I guess I'll do the Reiki deck 'cause I don't know why. I'm not wearing red or anything. I just feel like I've been using some of the other decks a lot more. Halloween Oracle had nothing last time. Yeah, red. Oh, did you, we said that at the same time? Yep. The Reiki deck, which I brought up earlier and just now, that's my red deck. That's so funny. We must have been saying it at the same time. So we'll definitely do that one. We can pick another one though. I try to do an hour of tarot. I don't always do an hour. Um, because again, I've learned the hard way. Like I was putting in way too much work for way too little pay. So now I try not to put in too much work for such little pay. But I love what I do, you know? So it's hard not to. Um, and that's the other thing. It's like you gotta pay for ads and shit so that you actually get into the algorithm. Gotta boost your posts and whatnot. And it's so annoying that everything costs so much goddamn money when some people have so much money that they could give it to all of us and still have more than everybody. So fucked up. I don't understand why we don't cap wealth. Just once you get to a certain amount, the rest goes to taxes. Like nobody needs that much. Yeah, it truly is. That's why it's so expensive because it's just like this imaginary bullshit. It's all fiat. Yep, 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 yep. That is so real. That is so fucking real. Um, and we are living in Very, very strange times. And it's funny because last year, like last summer, um, I think, or 2 summers ago, um, we talked about the decades thing and how this is supposed to be a decade of love. And it's honestly just so hard to even imagine that at this point because everything seems to be so bad. But that's kind of the point, is that a lot of the bad things end during these eras of love. Like you've seen in the 60s or the early 2000s, or um, I don't know much about the 40s, the 80s. It's like every other decade, flip flops, love and hate, good and evil, basically, light and dark, whatever. And we are in the love and light era. However, I'm just not seeing it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not resonating with it, but I'm trying. And I think that in my personal lessons, this decade will teach me about that reprogramming that we talked about. It will teach me to love in ways that I never have. And I'm going to improve myself greatly before the next era comes. And I know that, and I feel that. If you're just tuning in, we're going to do tarot in about 10 minutes. We're going to use our Reiki energy cleansing deck. And if anybody wants to pick another one, you can. You can pick it by category, topic, or just like a random number or something. It's totally up to you what we do. But yeah, we're going to start tarot in about 10 minutes. We'll roll ads, and then we'll come back and start readings. So if you're just tuning in, stick around for the tarot, as that is how you got here. So in the meantime, we're just chit-chatting about any random thing, from movies to politics, apparently, even though this stuff really shouldn't be political, which is always mind-boggling to me, how much we categorize as politics when it's just like human rights should never be considered politics. Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's what I'm saying. I need to get into it. I was into it because, it started 2023, right? So good. Good, good, good. I love that. I love to hear that. I want to feel like 2016 again. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of things will break, things will fall, but better things will come of it. I know that. And that's what I've been saying, is I'm working on my believing. I don't want to be a skeptic anymore. I want to believe that this is the era of love. I want to believe that I'm going to enjoy life. I want to believe that things are going to get better everywhere in the world. And not just for me, not just here, but everyone everywhere. Like, I believe it. I believe it. Dude, it's so crazy that there's a genocide happening. I don't mean to be a bummer. We're going to do tarot, so we won't talk about this too much. But I mean, what the least we can do is talk about it on a regular basis. Um, it's really wild the way Palestinians are being treated. And there's people suffering all over the world, don't get me wrong. There's way more war and way more cruelty and violence that many people are suffering through. However, this genocide is front and center because the whole world is negotiating it instead of just straight up stopping it. And you gotta wonder why. You really gotta wonder why. It's like, how is this even a thing? How do we learn nothing from Hitler? But this is worse because of the technology doing more damage in such a short amount of time compared to what he did over a few years. And it's fucking scary. It's really scary that it's still going on and it has not been stopped, because you never know who's next. Straight up. You just don't. And we all have to live with this fear that they could do this to any of us at any time, while also remaining in the frequency of love and trying to contribute the positive energy that we carry to the world around us. It's a very, very strange balance to try to come to be like, okay, I have to live my life and enjoy and in love, but I also have to address and acknowledge the horrors that go on around me. How do you do both? I mean, you pray on it, and it's not just as simple as saying thoughts and prayers, it's being in prayer, pretty much at all times. Like we talked about with the shower, being grateful for the water, enjoying the heat, because holy shit, how easily the water could get cut off, how easily we could run our supply dry. We have no idea what might happen on this planet. Huh, ain't that right? Ain't that right? Um, yeah. So just be thankful for what you got, as Willem Devon said. Great song, truly a great song. And I need to have that reminder. I'm not preaching to the choir as much as I'm saying the things I need to say out loud for myself and hope that it helps you. Somebody drinking cream soda right now? I just got this taste of cream soda. I haven't thought about cream soda in a minute. Sounds good though. I might go get one tomorrow. Consumerism's a bitch because we're guilty no matter what we do. It's so crazy of a world we live in, and we just like don't know what we're gonna do for a solution to any of it because we all feel so goddamn powerless, and we can't get too dismal. Yeah, sounds really good. Because we got to keep this world afloat at the same time. Because we have it, we have to enjoy it, especially because we don't know how long we have it. And it makes me want to rush things and live fast, but sometimes it's about taking your time. So that's a hard balance too, is trying to move things forward while also allowing them to go slow. It's tough, man. So what you want to do? We're going to roll the ads, and when we come back, we'll do some tarot, y'all. So, yes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's a balance. I haven't been doing enough lately. Again, winter bogging me down. It's fucking cold. But I'm reminding myself every day, many moments in the day, not just like once a day type shit. Like I've been consistently reminding myself throughout the day that I should be living every single day like it's my last day. And I'm not really there yet because today would have been a very disappointing last day. I did some fun stuff, but I was on my phone a lot. And I got a little poetry done. I went to a basketball game. It was great. But it was not worthy of being my last day on earth. And I would like to put in the effort to make every day more worthy of being my last day on earth because eventually one of them will be. So that's my resolve. Um, Recently, it started like today or yesterday that I kept reminding myself of that. So let's roll some ads and we'll do some tarot, y'all. Stick around. We got 3 minutes. Utilize it. I guess you could just sit here if you want to. I'll probably grab a little snack so I don't get hungry during the reading. You can get some water, go to the bathroom, make sure you wash your hands, you light incense, pack a bowl, roll a joint, get a pen and paper, write it out. Do what you gotta do. We got 3 minutes coming at you. BRB. Alright, what's up, everybody? We are in tarot mode. Don't mind the messages. I sometimes, well, I probably won't do personal readings, but it sure will feel personal. We're going to use the red one, as chose my Jinn and myself. The Reiki deck, as I call it. See what we need to cleanse from our energy. If we have any other requests, please let me know. I know you probably don't know what decks I have, but if you're like, oh, I want a love reading, I want a career reading, I want general guidance, I want something situational, you can pick a topic in that way as well. But for now, we'll get started with the Reiki deck. If you're here, it's because you're meant to be. Consider following me and joining the chat with us. Talk about what's unfolding. What do I need to let go of? Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is very defensive behavior. Very sneaky too sometimes. So we need to drop this defensive behavior. We have a face down pile kind of on the side, so we're going to look into that in a little bit because it seems like we are a little undecided of what we're letting go of. But we do have a little bit of a mess here to look at. At the top, we have the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So it's time to relinquish some of that control that you're having over your emotions. Sometimes we need to express ourselves instead of trying to hold back and be in control of our emotions, in the sense that you don't just unleash on anyone and get raging mad, but you allow yourself to feel the things that you're feeling, which to me is such a strange concept because I feel like I sit with my emotions and I can't comprehend how one wouldn't. But it is time that you do that, and trying not to be so overbearing on yourself going through whatever it is that you're going through. We have the Four of Cups, some longing energy, kind of bit of a pouting energy. We need to let go of that. It's time to stop with the pity party, if you will. If you've been thinking about the past a little too much, you've been feeling kind of more than just nostalgic, it's time to let that go and move forward. Nine of Cups is very independent, so it may be time to Spend more time with others. This time that you've been alone is up. You are ready to jump back in, and it's time for you to get acclimated with others and become a part of a group again. We have the Four of Pentacles here, so more of that isolating energy that needs to go. Fixated really on this, a lot on the self. It's time to focus a little bit more on others. It's time to kind of see from their perspective and get in touch with what they're doing and not just focus on you. We have the King of Wands. Could be a fire sign that you're needing a break from. Yeah, I get it. And winter is a great time for hermit mode, but listen, think of it this way. What are you going to do if you spend all this time alone when the apocalypse hits? Nobody's going to survive alone. You need community. You need family, friends, people you can rely on. If nothing else inspires you to start connecting with others and getting out more, let it be that. Just saying. We all need to get to know our neighbors a little bit better. King of Wands here. It might be time to... I never want to tell someone not to chase their passions, but it may be time to pull back on that type of energy right now. It might be time to be a little more logical and pursue something more tangible than just focusing on the more grand scheme of things. We have a face down pile here with the Fool and the Knight of Swords underneath it. I'm sensing some reluctance of going down a road. I'm seeing some reluctance in a journey, and we're going to look at what that reluctance is. But it seems that you do not want to put in the effort it will take to go in this direction at this time. We have Judgment. Can't be out here judging folks like that. The World. Gotta allow things to work out the way they're supposed to work out. Two of Wands. Stop romanticizing the fucking past. King of Cups. Possibly needing a break from a water sign. Maybe a tiff with a father figure. 111 on the timer. Six of Swords. Needing to work through some things. You need to work through some things. Let's see what this pile is about. Yeah, avoiding a tower moment. You're not clinging to what is, but you're not allowing it to leave either. Five of Wands. Feeling a little stuck in the middle. Not really wanting to do stuff either way. Death, the Scorpio card. You might be needing a break from a Scorpio. Might not realize that this Scorpio is not good for you. Three of Wands, more of that longing behavior. Stuff we need to get rid of. And the Five of Swords. Petty conflict. So these were all on the sides. So it's, again, it's like not fully committed to it or not. Kind of not being totally clear of whether or not you want this energy in your life. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands. Highly defensive behavior. You need to let the guard down. The guard needs to come down. We have the Six of Swords, once again, working through something. We have the Tower now in the upright. It's time to stop feeling like things are not stable. I think things might be looking in better shape than you think they are. I don't know why I keep rubbing my nose all of a sudden. That kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know if somebody is sneezing. I don't know why it made me want to go for the vape. Do not ask. Got the Five of Wands. Again, letting go of that turmoil once more. Things are probably a lot more stable than they seem. Just because you're not fully enjoying yourself doesn't mean things aren't good. So you've got to stop having this perspective like you've got to be on the defense all the time, when really you need to go play the game and be on offense a little bit too, and go make things happen and take action towards what you want. This goes hand in hand with the Tower in this position, in this deck, I should say. Ace of Pentacles might have to, maybe you may be considering leaving a job or some source of income behind. Maybe you have a side hustle you don't want to do anymore. Something about that. We got the King of Swords. So again, not wanting to put in the work. The money is not worth the effort. Whatever it is, the compensation is not the reward that you need it to be. Nine of Wands on its side. Probably some indecision surrounding this. You know what you need to do. That doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to do that, or that you're actually prepared to do that at this time. We got the Ace of Cups, so definitely a need to change the perspective. However you're perceiving this situation is not the way that you need to be perceiving the situation. You need to probably have a more positive mindset. That's why we talked about that so much right before the reading. Eight of Wands. This is also something that you should not be discussing. This is something that doesn't need to be talked about. It's not, you got to stop expecting people to want to talk about it, or don't expect communication to come towards you in regards to this situation. We have the Emperor here, so you may need to be taking a break from an Aries. Page of Cups. Offer simply not good enough. This offer is not good enough. This Emperor might be like a boss or something, and this may be like a promotion, but I'm sensing you turning it down. There's no way. And it doesn't have to be work related, but it just, with the Ace of Discs there. Oh, and now the Eight of Pentacles. Once again, the focus is not entirely on you. It can't be whether or not you like your job. It's whether or not you like the company you work for. It's not whether or not you enjoy what you're doing. It's whether or not you could compensate it for it. The Seven of Pentacles is also a reminder not to be greedy, so don't overdo it. If you want to manifest your perfect salary, that's fine. But if you are trying to get more money than you know you can in a certain industry, then you need to be mindful of that and maybe set more realistic goals for yourself. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So reiterating that point, you don't want this to bite you in the ass. If you're fishing for new jobs or going for an offer, you don't want to lowball yourself, but it might not be in your best favor to highball yourself either. It's a balance. We got the Two of Cups, so love is not really the primary focus right now. Love is not necessarily in the air. I don't think you would want to rush into anything right as Valentine's Day is approaching anyways, but love should not be your focus right now. If you're enjoying the reading, consider giving me a follow and telling me that. And if you have a preference for the next deck we use, by all means, holler. Two of Wands. Whoa. Good. Glad to hear it. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right on par with what we were talking about. That makes sense. It's fun, don't get me wrong. Streaming is fun, but it's dry out here. I can't even get people to follow me, let alone subscribe. Thanks for lurking, though. Always appreciated. Yep. Big time. Big time. The Tower again. That's the third time the Tower's come up. Page of Swords. Time to let go of something. Gotta get that seven of Pentacles again. Once more, not totally focus on yourself all the time. Two of Wands. Not romanticizing the past. Nine of Cups. Needing to make a choice, perhaps. Focusing in on something. Wheel of Fortune. Being a little concerned on this choice. Somebody stretching with me. Oh, that felt amazing. Queen of Swords, not wanting to put in the effort. Making cuts, getting rid of things. You gotta actually stop doing that. You gotta stop trimming the fat. You've trimmed enough. You don't need to keep reducing and reducing until you've got nothing left. We have the Star in reverse, so Aquarius might be important to you right now. May want to be showing up for an Aquarius at this time. We got the Eight of Cups. Quit walking away from things. Just because something gets hard doesn't mean you should stop doing it. Just because somebody gets upset doesn't mean you should stop talking to them. Just because it gets tough doesn't mean you should go. You know, that's not what that means when they say when the going gets tough, the tough get going. They get moving. They take action. They don't leave the situation. We got the Four of Cups here. Self-pity. You don't like that energy at all. You gotta stop thinking of yourself as the victim. We have the Ace of Swords. Stop trying to be a know-it-all. Stop seeking information on the situation. Stop being nosy. You know, you don't need to know any more on this. Right? I'm guessing you. As already mentioned. Eight of Pentacles. Once again, letting go of the energy of being focused on yourself and nothing but the self, truly for the self. It's time to invite other people into your life. Seven of Wands in reverse. Finally dropping that guarded energy. Finally fucking dropping that guarded energy. Hello. Good. How are you? There's people here, but they're not really chatting, so it's nice to hear from somebody besides just Jen, who's been lovely company tonight. Six of Pentacles. Stop focusing so much on the physical. Stop focusing so much on the money. Oh, we are not doing that. I don't think we're doing all that. Okay. Page of Cups. Not taking the offer. Six of Pentacles and the Fool. Stop worrying about your road to success and just embrace the journey that you're on. You want justice for this situation. You still are clinging too tightly to the way you feel about something. You're in deep contemplation when really you should be moved on and not even thinking about it anymore. You have this need to work through something. You absolutely need to work through it. You can't ignore it any longer. The Nine of Pentacles. You're not feeling like you're in such a good place. You want to be in this place that she's in the garden, but you're not quite there yet. You are feeling that heartbreak, and it's time to get over it. You can't just stay heartbroken forever. You're not quite ready to get back out there in regards to your emotions or your feelings. And yeah, you might just have to give up like a stream of income or something. Side hustle, if you will. I'm working too much. Yeah, aren't they cool? They were gifted to me by a Reiki master. That's why it's the Reiki deck, and Reiki is all about energy, so that's why it's about energy cleansing. I feel like that's probably it for these. Yeah. Oh, Seven of Wands, the Ten of Wands. Ooh, I've heard of that deck. Ten of Wands and Seven of Wands in opposing direction, perpendicular directions. Better clear that defensive energy before it becomes a real problem. The Fool. It's time. You don't want to, but it's time. Aww, I love crows. I want to befriend the crows so bad, but I've never really met any. Otherwise, I'd be friends with them because I have plenty of trinkets. So what's up? What was your question, Raven? And do we have any requests for any decks or anything? I shuffle until the cards come out. Sometimes if I'm doing like a certain style of reading, I'll flip cards, but not often. I usually just shuffle till the cards come out. I never do particular spreads. I let the cards spread themselves. Hello, lurkers. Consider giving me a follow and joining the chat. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes you gotta do it till you feel it's right. Why am I ripping this bake right now? Oh my god, runes are so hard. That's so cool that you can do runes. But yeah, maybe you're not meant to do tarot. You teach the runes? Oh, you teach runes. That's cool. That's really cool. Do you stream? Yeah, tarot's easy for me. I found my first tarot deck without a book, and I was really, like, my first few readings were amazing, according to the feedback I got. So, tarot's always been a gift for me. Streaming's fun. I was talking about that earlier, how, like, sometimes it doesn't feel worth it to stream, and I don't really feel like doing it, but then, like, I would miss my friends if I didn't stream. Like, I wouldn't see or talk to a lot of the people that I have on here if I didn't. Yeah, same. I bought it and lost it and then ended up giving it away. What up, dude? How you doing? Do you have a reading you want? We're in tarot mode, but I just did the Reiki deck and I'm open to doing anything else. I have a couple oracle decks. I have the Demon Oracle, Halloween Oracle. Just those two, I think. Do we want to try an oracle deck or something? Anybody? 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 No, I'll do it. Let's do it. He's got it bad. You got it bad. When you're on the phone, hang up and you call right back. You got it bad. When you miss a day without your friend, your whole life's off track. No, you got it bad when you're out in the club and you wanna have fun, but you're thinking about. No, you got it bad when you're out with someone. Keep on thinking about somebody. You got it bad. You say that you love them, but you really know that in your past it don't matter no more. Like money and car. I loved that song as a kid. Can't have it all, yeah. Flowers, cards, and candy. I'm fortunate to have you, girl. Want you to know I really adore you. All my people who know what's going on, tell me to make, let me sing my song till I'm your girl. You're my man. Promise to love you the best I can. Baby, say I'm your man. You're my girl. Wanna tell it to the whole wide world. Alright, let's see what we got. Not much, kid. What's going on? Love life, soulmates. Oh. Nobody wants to be alone. If you're touched by the words Sing a song. Thank you. You got a bed. Okay, we got the Seven of Wands, so going through something emotionally. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords, needing to put in the work, requiring some effort. We had the Ace of Cups kind of flew off onto its side over here. I would say that maybe you don't know how to perceive a situation. You're not really sure how you're supposed to see things right now because you're not going entirely on feelings, but trying to incorporate some logic. However, we do have the Two of Cups here, which is the love card. So that's probably why you're feeling confused, because you are in love. We have the Queen of Pentacles, so might be dealing with an earth sign, but it's also a reminder to stay very grounded at this time. And we have the Six of Pentacles, so wanting to give, wanting to be the provider, wanting to do these things for someone. Pretty simple. I don't know if we'll get much more out of this deck. That sounds cool. Yeah, I'm not getting anything else from these love cards, so I think that was a great little love message. There's love. Don't try to out-logic your love. That's it. Not getting a dime else. It can be. I love love. I love being in love. I don't care what it does to me. Take these set of boxes, use to hold you close. I will pull the demon deck out because you mentioned that one. And that'll be the last one for the night. It can be scary to love because we fear heartbreak, but all the best love stories end eventually, so just, yeah. I know what you mean, though. I'm personally quite happy to be experiencing love and being in love. Taking it slow, you know what I mean? Trying to, anyways. Okay, so the Demon Oracle I use for career readings, karmic lessons. And I'll be honest, I used to always read from the booklet, but now I just kind of have to channel the messages because I don't know what the fuck I did with the booklet. And I don't have them all memorized. So think about what you want to know. Utilize your bathroom time. It's a Belphegor message. Trust your intuition, seek insight. financial forecast is like the weather. We can predict it, but it's not always going to be 100% accurate. Fruit from a rotting tree is still fruit, but that doesn't mean it's good enough to eat. The clearer the water, the better the swim. Something about Harbor Rim. He didn't come out though. You have the anecdote. Jumping into things may not be the best idea at this time. Does your mother know about this situation? Oh, interesting. Sabos is a fierce warrior, up for a challenge. It's going to be a challenging situation. Some of the toughest spots can create the toughest people. So remember that the next time you're struggling. But consult your mother on the situation, whether they're alive or not. That's a resounding message. I'm not getting much else. You got a bed. Look for the light in every situation, no matter how dark it gets. As long as you can see a positive in something, it will have a positive outcome. Look for the best solutions for everyone, not just for yourself. You have to work as a team player instead of feeling like you are your own, on your own. Good. Speak it. Get back in tune with nature. You need to get outside a little more. Go hug a tree. Talk to its leaves or something. Look at the sky for a little while. I need that advice just as much. Plant a tree if you can. Let it teach you patience as it grows before your eyes. Perfect. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Thank you so much for being here. I think we're done with this deck. I'm just hearing that song. Amen to that, brother. Let me tell you, I've been wanting to do that for a minute now. Fucking men. Need to get on that network, you know? LOL, baby. I'm trying to be polite and not be degenerates online. Cool. Good tarot sesh, everybody. I could pull another deck, but it feels like overkill. I was a little confused. Colorful gun, guys. I'm just gonna roll the ads now. We'll reconvene in 3. Get out of tarot mode, chat for a little bit. Don't know how late I'll be on. I kind of want to watch that movie we talked about. I don't have anything else to talk about really, but I just am like, okay, that's good enough for tarot. Yeah. Let's do it. Addies, them addies will be RB. And we're back. All right. Crash, it was great seeing you. Yeah, hopefully. I'll probably only stream for another 10 minutes or so, y'all. It's quiet around here. Well, it hasn't been totally quiet. I shouldn't say that. It's just funny. It feels quiet when there's a lot of people watching but only a few people chatting, versus when there's a few people watching and a few people chatting, or a lot of people watching and a lot of people chatting. Anyway, we pretty much talked about everything I had to say before the tarot, so haven't got much left. Been trying to inspire myself to paint. Painting is one of my number one objectives lately. I feel like for me, I like painting in the summertime because I like sitting outside to do it. But I would really love to just I have so many blank canvases now. I bought some because I was like, oh, I'm out of canvases. I need to buy some canvases. And then I haven't painted any of them. Great. So it happens. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is driving me nuts, just knowing that I couldn't get past painting it blue. Didn't know what to put on there. And then I kind of imagined doing something, and I was like, man, I don't know if that's really what I want. But it's just like a little piece of wood I found. So what's the big idea? Might as well just paint it whatever. And it's got two sides, so if you don't like one side, you just paint the other side, or paint over it or something. It's not a big deal at all. But I just don't have that creative spark right now. I know it came up in the reading just now, but I definitely need to connect with nature, and I know that I'm not going to until spring. I'm glad I've been getting outside a little more, walking around, watching the sunset. Just getting out even a little bit more is so much better than it could be, because I was not getting out hardly at all, you know? That's why I had to quit breezing, because at least a cigarette gets you outside. Damn. Yeah. So I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. Hopefully I come up with something good to share, because sometimes these streams, man, it's not like pulling teeth necessarily, but I don't always have that same drive that I do. So I'll be looking for things to talk about. I think that I'm not going to force myself to stream either. I sometimes force myself to do it just to do it. But then, sometimes I don't have a lot to say. Sometimes it's better to let it build up rather than try to do it every day. They say consistency is key, but also burnout is a thing. So, yeah. Cool. Anybody got anything to add? You're just lurking now. Cool. Very cool. Great. I'll read you a poem. I'll read you a poem from the bigger book, because it's got more in it. So the other one is only 12 poems. One of them is 19 poems in prose and short stories, and the other one is just 12 straight poems. So I'm going to read you a poem out of the bigger one, and then I'll go. Ode to Joyful, what a name. A lazy poem to explain my pain. The thoughts themselves enough to drive one insane, but at least we're not still fucking deranged. You're both worth fighting for, but somehow you look through us like I'm not even there. Though you are right in front of me, yet where you are is unclear. I look through doubt and move through fear and speak to those who may not hear, and how it might feel to know it's not real, but rather a jumble in the head, knowing it is within and still hate what's being said. So you pass the time with the smallest talks, psychobabble, and repetitive walks. You gather up and just pretend like you might break out before the end, but nothing happens, there is no change. Yet every time you manage to smile and must have walked about 50 miles. It's good to check in, it's good to calm down. It's good to finally lose that frown. Just a little insanity to share before we get out of here. Currently looking into publishing, probably self-publishing. I don't, these books are so short, it's probably not worth getting a publisher for, and I wouldn't even know where to start if I did. But hopefully that'll be coming out soon. I sent it out to a few people to look it over for me. So waiting for some feedback, and like I said, trying to choose a publisher, because I used to always use CreateSpace, but they got eaten up by Amazon. And it's bad enough that Twitch is owned by Amazon. I don't want to give Jeff Bezos any more of my money, quite frankly. So, I was trying to stream for 2 hours, which is only 3 minutes away. I got nothing. I'm about to just roll ads and make a little bit more money. Fuck it. Sorry, y'all. I'm just gonna go right after anyway. I know I just rolled them, but it's quiet, and I just try to make my streams 2 hours. I don't know if it actually does better in the algorithms or not. Okay, maybe I won't roll ads. I just don't know what else to talk about, and nobody's even really here anymore. So, I mean, thank you, lurkers. Consider giving me a follow sometime and joining the chat. It's a lot of fun. I don't know why not, but I get it. Everybody watches for different reasons, so. You can watch my YouTube. Yeah, I won't roll ads on y'all. I won't be a jackass. It's like, get that revenue, baby. No, I'll link you to my YouTube. I did some bonus videos a little under a week ago, so I really got to get on recording some new Zodiac videos. I don't know what tarot deck we'll use this week. And just because I've been throwing this one around. Here is this little booklet I wrote, a little book. It's pretty cute. Be Forever Always. There's 2 parts, so that's Act 1. And this is Act 2. And this is Joe Dispenza. This is the guy I was talking about earlier. Cool interview to watch. This is what I've been working on, trying to reprogram the mind, be more positive. I skipped yoga the past couple days, so I got to get back to that tomorrow. And yeah, made it to 2 hours without rolling extra ads. You're welcome, y'all. So I hope you have a great night, and I will too. I will give you my full review on But I'm a Cheerleader when I finish it. I will probably fall asleep watching it tonight. So we will be back. I think tomorrow I'll stream. Um, if I don't struggle to speak. And I might jump on here with Shamanic. We'll see how that goes. So, shout out to Shamanic. Birthday stream. So we will see you tomorrow. Hopefully that works out. The timing again might be a little difficult because we live in two very different opposite time zones. But anyways, I should be back tomorrow night. So I'll see you then. Thank you so much. I love you. Good night and good luck. Mwah!